The screen says thinking. The progress bar freezes at 99%, and your breath does the same. What if this is the moment machines stop and you begin? Stay, because key number 3 will flip how you move when algorithms don't.
This isn't anti-tech. It's about authority. Algorithms process data. Consciousness dictates context. Darius J Wright points to a boundary AI cannot cross, and your soul crosses it every night without permission slips.
Picture a deck of cards spread across a table. AI reads card by card, faster each year. Consciousness looks down and sees the whole deck at once. Different game, different rules, different speed. If you could see the deck, would you still play one card at a time?
Tonight we map 3 keys you can use the next time the model stalls on you. 1. Data does not equal memory of being. 2. Belief builds doors or walls. 3. Signature frequency, the most important, sets the room where tools either work or don't.
Quick promise. By the end, you'll have a 2-minute baseline reset to unstick decisions without forcing the system. No mysticism required, just presence, calibrated like a lens.
And yes, we'll anchor this in what Darius J Wright calls the protocol of authority. Nothing touches the soul unless it's granted access. If that's true, then what looks like a frozen bar is really a room waiting for your consent to move.
Here's why this matters now. The more we outsource judgment to models, the more we confuse noise removal with wisdom. Great at patterns, bad at purpose. That's where you come in.
So keep your hands off the panic button. Let the tool sweep the floor. You decide the dance. At the end, we'll preview Stargate 12, the exit algorithms miss, because the map makes more sense once you feel key number 3.
If this opens a door for you, subscribe and stay to the end. We're going to move that frozen bar without touching the code, by changing the room it's running in.
Ready? Let's start with the first key. Why data retrieves, but remembrance transforms.
Key number 1. Data does not equal memory of being. Databases retrieve. Remembrance transforms. Watch this. An index can fetch every photo you've ever taken, but only you can feel the heat of the sun from that day your father laughed so hard he cried. Same pixels, different power.
Grid of thumbnails snaps into a single vivid clip. Algorithms compress the past into tokens and vectors. Useful, fast, but remembrance is not compression. It's re-entry. You don't look up the moment. You step back into it, and it steps back into you.
That's why decisions unstick when a living memory lands. You're not adding more information. You're changing the weight of the room. Information informs, remembrance reforms.
Try this micro scene. You're at a career fork. The model outputs 3 optimal paths with 87% confidence. You feel nothing. Close your eyes.
Room tone softens.
Call up the last time you felt unmistakably alive. Texture, scent, the exact color of the sky. Do not narrate it. Re-enter it.
Notice what shifts. Breath changes first, then posture, then the question itself. You're not hunting for a fact. You're letting the body re-weight the board. That's consciousness setting priors the data set can't see.
Objection. Isn't that bias? Sure, but so is pretending you're a neutral spreadsheet. The point isn't to delete bias, it's to reveal the one that actually belongs to your soul and let it speak in full sentences.
Progress bar flickers from 99% to 100% for a beat, then back. Practical cue. When a choice stalls, ask, what memory would make this obvious? Not the most dramatic, the most honest. Bring it online for 60 seconds. If the answer doesn't tilt, you don't act. If the room tilts, you move.
This is why Darius J Wright's work lands for so many. Accessing all things isn't about hoarding data. It's about accessing the state that makes data obedient. Memory is being is a state change, not a search query.
One more angle. AI can simulate a voice that says, "I love you." It cannot make your stomach drop the way it did the first time you heard it and knew it was true. That drop is guidance, not sentimentality. It's the compass recalibrating.
So key number 1 is your first lever. When the model freezes, stop feeding it prompts and feed your field. Re-enter, re-wait, redecide.
Hold that frame. Next, we'll turn the hallway lights on, how belief builds doors or walls, and why most no's are just unmarked exits. Key number 2, belief builds doors or walls. Most impossible signs are just labels someone left on an unlocked exit. You don't force the door, you rename it.
Belief isn't fairy dust, it's architecture. The words you accept become load-bearing beams in the mind. Change the beam, the hallway reconfigures.
Here's the quiet mechanics. Belief, expectation, attention, action. Change the first link and the rest of the chain swings to a new anchor point. You didn't get lucky, you moved the anchor.
Counterpoint, but reality has constraints. Correct. A locked vault is a constraint. A closed door with no handle is a design choice. Know the difference. Don't moralize design choices into destiny.
Micro drill, 2 minutes. Step 1, name the wall in 5 words or less. Not qualified, too old, no time. Gate kept. Step 2, rewrite to a door. Not qualified, arrow, apprentice path exists. Step 3, ask the only useful follow-up. Where would that door plausibly live?
You're not manifesting, you're mapping. Doors live in places. People, forums, routines, geographies. Find the place and the door stops being metaphysics and starts being an address.
Darius J Wright frames it as consent. Nothing touches the soul unless it's granted. A belief is a standing permission slip. Revoke the wrong ones. Issue better ones. Watch what stops touching you.
Example, relationship loop. Your model says lower expectations. Your belief says I am hard to love. That label turns your posture into a wall. Rename it. I am precise about resonance. Door appears. Different room, different crowd, different tone.
Career variant. No one hires without experience. Unpeel it. Some do. Where? Indie teams, founder-led ops, labs with trial sprints. If a single counterexample exists, the label is a wall, not a law.
Practical cue on stuck days. Run the door scan. 1. Name the wall. 2. Produce one counterexample. 3. Identify one plausible place it lives. 4. Take a micro-action within 24 hours.
VFX, corridor brightens. More labels peel themselves. Belief isn't positive thinking, it's governance. You are the building manager. Doors don't open because you hope, they open because you reassign the hinges.
Hold this posture. Next is the hinge that moves the whole building. Signature frequency, the state that tools must obey. This is where the bar finally slides past 99%.
Key number 3, most important, signature frequency. If key number 1 reweights the board and key number 2 redraws the doors, this one changes the room itself. Tools don't run the room runs the tools.
Darius J Wright calls it the protocol of authority. Nothing touches the soul unless it's granted. Think of your state as the operating system. If the OS boots in fear, every app inherits jitter. If it boots in presence, even crude tools behave like precision instruments.
Metaphor check. Pure water versus parasites. In dead water, they thrive. In living water, they fail without a fight. Protection isn't a shield you hold, it's a baseline you become. Baseline greater than bandwidth.
Practical frame, permission is posture. Panic is hidden consent to chaos. Cynicism is hidden consent to numbness. Withdraw consent and the noise loses jurisdiction. Not philosophically, physiologically.
2-minute baseline reset. Preview of the full drill later. Step 1. Exhale slowly. Let the shoulders drop. Step 2. Say silently, I withdraw my consent from fear now. Step 3. Place one palm on the chest. Wait for the breath to lengthen by itself. Step 4. Name the room you choose. Clarity, authority, kindness.
Notice the shift. Vision widens. Microtension in the jaw releases. The problem statement becomes smaller, not you. That's the signature beginning to set the physics of the room.
Counterpoint. Isn't this just placebo? Placebo is evidence that state changes outcomes. Label it if you want. Use it either way. Presence is not a mood. It's an input variable.
Field test. Open a stubborn prompt you've been hammering all week. Do the reset first. Ask one question from the chosen room. What am I not seeing that would make this easy? If you feel the answer arrive before the words, follow that.
Integration rule. Don't argue with the tool, retrain the room. If the baseline is off, more bandwidth just amplifies noise. Fix the baseline, and even 70% answers become actionable.
That's the hinge. When the model stalls, you don't push harder, you switch the OS. Next, 3 real-world scenarios where this flips outcomes in minutes: career, relationships, and mental health.
Scenario 1, career. The model can't predict your path because it's never seen your signature. Good. Do the baseline reset. Now map 3 plausible futures and 1 impossible future you secretly want.
Ask from the chosen room. Which one makes my breath deepen? Pick that. Micro action in 24 hours. Send 1 message, ship 1 sample, book 1 15-min call. Not a plan, a pulse.
Scenario 2, relationships. Chatbots converse, presence connects. Reset. Then ask 1 question no data set can answer. What isn't being said here? Wait for the bodily answer before the sentence forms.
Practical cue. Trade scripts for signal. If the jaw tightens, name it. If the chest softens, name it. Replace optimize reply with reflect the real signal once. New room, new conversation.
Scenario 3, mental health in the scroll era. The loop says, 1 more article. Don't feed bandwidth, fix baseline. 2 minutes. Withdraw consent from fear. Pick 1 next physical action. Water, walk, window. Let the body end the loop.
Measure results in minutes, not miracles. Breath slows, vision widens. The insoluble problem becomes a small, doable edge. That's the OS swap in real time.
Summary of the trio. Career, pulse, not plan. Relationships, signal, not script. Mind, baseline, not bandwidth. All 3 move when the room, not the model, leads.
Hold that cadence. Up next, the full 2-minute baseline reset you can screenshot and run daily. Then we'll close the loop and tee up Stargate 12.
The 2-minute baseline reset. Screenshot this and run it daily. It's not mood work, it's OS work.
Step 0. Setup. 5S. Sit or stand tall. Uncross legs. Unclench jaw. Eyes soft. You're not trying to relax. You're preparing the room.
Step 1. Exhale release. 20 seconds. Long, slow exhale through the mouth. Let shoulders drop on the out breath. 2 rounds. Think downshift, not deep breath.
Step 2. Consent withdrawal. 15 seconds. Silent phrase once. I withdraw my consent from fear now. No drama. Just revoke the permit.
Step 3. Hand on chest. 20 seconds. 1 palm mid-sternum. Feel warmth rise. Don't count. Let the breath lengthen on its own.
If it doesn't, repeat step 2.
Step 4. Name the room. 3 words only. Your OS. Examples: clarity, authority, kindness, or calm, precision, courage.
Step 5. The single question. 20 to 30 seconds. Ask from that room, what am I not seeing that would make this easy? Wait for the felt answer before the words.
Step 6. Microaction. 30 to 40 seconds. Translate the felt answer into one small move within 24 hours. DM, draft, delete, drink water, step outside. Action anchors state.
Troubleshooting. 10 seconds. If you feel nothing, drink water, stand by a window, repeat steps 1 through 4 once. If agitation spikes, shorten the inhale, lengthen the exhale.
On-screen recap. 0. Setup. 1. Exhale. 2. Withdraw consent. 3. Palm on chest. 4. Name room. 5. Ask one question. 6. Microaction.
Loop closure. Remember that frozen progress bar at 99%? It wasn't the code, it was the room. You didn't push harder, you changed the OS.
Algorithms sweep the floor. Signature chooses the dance. When AI stalls, consciousness accelerates because context outranks computation.
Quick check-in. Which part hit you hardest? Key number 1, remembrance. Key number 2, doors versus walls. Or key number 3, signature frequency. Why?
Drop it in the comments right now. What decision are you unsticking this week? Which 3 words will you name as your room today?
Also, tell us this. Do you want a full episode on Stargate 12, the exit algorithms miss? If yes, comment Gate 12 and what you most want mapped.
If this moved something in you, subscribe and share one insight below so others can test it too. 2 videos are on your screen. Click one to continue your journey.